Hi everybody, it's Kara and I have something to share with you today that I am super excited about. For those of you who are fans of the greeting farm, all of those adorable stamps, you might remember a few months ago they put out a little call for people who wanted to do kind of a guest design team special project thing. It was for, I believe, people who worked in mixed media. So I sent a few of my pictures and I was lucky enough to get chosen. So what we had to do was use the stamp set that they gave us, which I'm going to show you in just a second, to create an altered canvas, which I'm also going to show you, and something else. And I've actually created 3 altered canvases, kind of all of them very, very different, just to show you the versatility of the stamp set. And if you were watching this now, that would mean that the release of this stamp set has happened and I'm able to show it to you because I've been keeping this a secret for the last couple months. So here is what the stamp set looks like. It's going to be a big sheet of stamps, just like this. I've cut mine all up into pieces. For example, here's one of them. But it does come in one large sheet. And as you can see, you have several different background type things, a really adorable little girl image, some houses, these circles, which are really cool, and then several different sentiments. So what they say is dream the impossible and achieve greatness, dare to create your own path, know that you are indeed beautiful, live the life of your dreams, and be inspired to believe. And what I tried to do with the 3 canvases that I'm going to show you is I tried to use all of them at least once. I used almost all of them. I think the only one for sure that I didn't use was the houses, and I might try and come up with a couple cards or something that uses those. But I just wanted to show you kind of the versatility of these stamps. This stamp set is called Dreamy, and like I said, if you're watching this video, then it's been released or it's in the pre-release, and they're showing it off, one of the two. I probably won't post this until it's been released, so if you're interested, you can go on over and get it. But I was super thrilled to be chosen, and now let me show you what I created. One of these canvases I am sending back to the wonderful ladies at the greeting farm, and it will likely be the first one that I'm showing you, which is this one. And as you can see, I have a lot of stamps that I used, and I kind of used them in different ways on this one. This was actually the last one that I made. I'm honestly really nervous about doing this because the greeting farm is a company that I really admire, and I love their stamps, and so I just couldn't decide exactly what to do and probably went overboard and did 3, like I said. So this was the last one. This was actually the one that was the easiest. I'm not sure why, but let me tell you a little bit about it. Hopefully you can see right in here and over here, you can see some words. If you look really closely at these, a lot of them are basically backward. And what happened was, originally I was going to cover this last canvas in some book pages that I had torn out of, a book that I used for altered art. And I'd gotten it on there and I'd smoothed it down using the Scotch Quick Dry, and I didn't 100% like the way it was looking. It was a little crooked, I wasn't happy, so I pulled it up. And when I did that, some of the papers stayed behind. And so I liked that effect so much, I went ahead and did it a couple more times, adhered it down, kind of rubbed it, let it get a little bit dry, but obviously not all the way, and then pulled it up, and you're left with just these pieces of the page, which I thought was a really cool effect. And of course, because I'm not always 100% sure what I'm going to do with these little canvases, I always gesso them just in case I want that kind of primer on the page. So the page was already white, or the canvas was already white. So once I had those papers on there, I let the glue dry, and then I covered it with Collage Podge, which is this. I love this stuff. I used to use Mod Podge, and I still have some left, so I will use it up, but this is going to be the stuff I use from now on. Its surface, as you can see, hopefully, is just really smooth, and it doesn't seem to leave any stickiness or residue behind, and I really liked it. So I did that first, and then I put on a little bit of gesso in a few areas, which I ended up kind of covering up with this red acrylic paint. This was actually a red and white that I mixed together just to get a little bit of kind of a color pop in a few areas. And then all of these things like this and these and even these, all of that is stamps from the set. And then of course I used one of the sentiments. Once those stamps were all on there, I used a little bit of Lindy's Stamp Gang, one of my blue sprays, which I don't remember off the top of my head, and I spritzed some on, getting some of those drops that I really like. And then I added a little bit of this, oh, it's that sequin waist stuff. I can't remember what it's called right now, and that's basically the first one. I do want to point out that I didn't use all of these stamps in their entirety. Like I used just part of this one on the sides, and these really cute kind of almost, let me show you, doodle looking lines are actually just from the end of this stamp set right here. I covered this up when I was stamping, inked just this part, and got that effect up here and at the bottom. So I thought it was pretty cute. Like I said, this was the last one that I created. The first one I created is completely different, and it looks like this. I did it in very light colors. I started with the stamps, and I embossed, as you can see right here, and along this edge. And then up here, here's that banner. I wanted it to have a much softer feel, and then I used gelatos on this one. Lots and lots of gelatos, and I rubbed it in until I got the image I wanted. Or I'm sorry, not the image, but the color that I wanted, just very light pink and yellow, and there's a little bit of blue that you might be able to see. I stamped on that adorable little girl image with the wings, picked the sentiment that I wanted to use, and then I also drizzled just a little bit of some Lindy Stamp Gang in a light color down to get kind of that drip effect. And then I wanted it to have just a little bit more texture to it, so I added little pieces of trim. And there you go. And once again, this was gessoed before I did it. So that was the actual first one I made. And then the second one, which is the last one that I'm showing you, is completely different. And that's right here. And again, I embossed. I used one of the background stamps. That would be this one right here, all along the edges. And I also did black on the edges itself. I just dipped the canvas in the Versamark and did that. Use the background stamp again. This is in a white embossing powder, and then picked an image. And originally I wasn't going to make this as dark, but I just kept playing with it. These are the Dilution sprays, and I just really loved the colors. They were so pretty. And again, I wanted just a little bit of, I wanted a couple things that kind of popped up, so I added just a little bit of lace and then some foil. Hopefully you can see those, the foil butterflies across the page. So there's that one. So hopefully you can see I made very, very different canvases. Actually, let's go this way. With this stamp set. It's pretty versatile. I think you can get a lot of different things out of it. It's obviously great for mixed media because it has all these really wonderful background pieces along with those. But you could also use it if you're kind of a traditional card maker. So I like the options with this one. And I had a lot of fun using it. I was so pleased to be picked for this special project. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing the canvases. If you have any questions about them, leave them down below. And if you're interested in the stamp set, you could head on over to the Greeting Farm because, like I said, if I'm posting this, they should be available for you to purchase. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day wherever you're at. Bye!